To me, one of the great things about the New York Guitar Festival has been that it's not just the hits. It's not just guitarists you already know playing tunes that you already love, although there is that. Certainly Andy Summers playing Monk and Mingus was a good example of that. But the guy who was on right before Andy Summers in our Guitar Festival marathon was Russell Donnellan, who is a busker, a street player, but who feels as strongly about his music as Andy does about his. And why not take that opportunity? I mean, that's one of the great things about having access to some of the top guitarists is it gets, as George Steinbrenner would say, it gets fannies in the seats. And then you can, once you have them in the tent, you can start preaching to them a little bit. And, you like the guitar? Well, you might like this Arabic instrument that is the father of the guitar. And maybe you'll like this sort of round-shaped guitar thing that they play in China for the last 1,000 years. You might find these instruments, which are cousins of the one that you came here to see, you might find these interesting as well. And, just from the radio broadcasts, and obviously we get a lot of listener feedback from that, I can tell you that some of the guitarists who've generated the most feedback were the ones that we took a flyer on. Here's somebody who's really good. People should know him or her. Let's put them on. And we've got some bigger names to draw people in. Let's give some younger folks or some lesser known folks a chance to reach a wider audience as well. This isn't a new idea. This is why you have opening acts for the Rolling Stones. But to cast a wider net is not only good programming, but it sort of speaks to the mission of the Guitar Festival, which is to broaden the appeal of this music and to bring it to as many people as possible, and to bring as much of that music to an audience as possible. So yeah, you want to give the people what they want, but you also want to give them the things that they might want and didn't yet know that they wanted. So that's been one of the real pleasures of doing this, is watching people sit there with their jaw in their lap as Virginia Luque, for example, runs off some incredible run on the guitar, as Wolfgang Muchspiel does his improvisation on Something, as the California Guitar Trio does a Beethoven symphony in 7 minutes on 3 guitars. I mean, we've just had, I think, some really wonderful musical surprises. And when you can pique somebody's interest and then surprise them all in one show, I think you've done something good. All right.